Hi, Harry Kroner here, catalyst of spiritual awakening. Today, I'd like to speak about how exercise and elevating your level of fitness will help you and support you on your spiritual journey, on your spiritual path. The most important element of this is understanding the changing relationship we need to have with our body. Throughout history, we treated our bodies as simply a vessel, a vehicle for our spirit. And that was really worked well for us. And that was really what was available on our earth as far as frequencies. Most people, well, with only occasional people who could do that and ascend with their bodies, but most people who had to simply die in order to move to greater levels of consciousness and awareness and higher levels of dimensional living. And this time, we're doing it with our bodies. So the way we approach and relate to our body needs to completely shift and change. One of the major things that need to happen is changing our old limiting beliefs about what our body is capable of and what is available to us. Because, as you know, a lot of people talk about DNA activation, and the way my guides explain it to me is if you really not really physically fit, it is really like trying to open that door for DNA activation. But the key, the door key area, is simply caked with mud, and it's really hard to put that key in to open that door. So when we are, and it's been scientifically proven too, that when you change your diet and start exercising, your DNA starts activating and change in many different ways. So this is the opening to an even greater DNA activation that we do on a spiritual level. So it's important to do on all levels in order to facilitate it and let it come through more easily. Another important element about this is a lot of people talk about ascension symptoms and challenges and energy shifts around our earth and around ourselves. The more physically active you are, the better your capacity and the stronger your body is to go through with greater ease. Now, the biggest benefit of that, of really being healthy and strong and vibrant, is your increase in your light and your ability to conduct light through your body and to your body, increasing the life force. So when you do that, you are able to really have more light. And when you do that, if you think about it, if you are here to serve the earth, as we all are, and be a source of light or a conduit of light for the process of ascension, it really is our ability to have and capacity and to hold more light. And for me, as a person who facilitates one-on-one and group work, to really hold and be able to transmit more energy and hold space with greater capacity is essential for everyone around us. And even just you do your light work, just living your life. As you walk into a room and you can hold more light in a higher frequency, you serve everyone. And that's really the most important part of it. With a stronger aura that comes with it, and larger and stronger aura, you also have the capacity to shield yourself better and be more protected and be less vulnerable to negative energy attacks of any sort. And that's really vital as we go through this process. Another important element is the raising of metabolism. So physically, you are feeling younger, you're stronger, and you're clearing toxins faster. And this will also help in reducing ascension symptoms as you go through them. As I said, limiting beliefs are one of the biggest keys that we need to change in the relationship with our bodies. I'll give you an example of physical limiting beliefs that hold you back. So for myself, a few years back, I exercised just minimally. And every time I tried to start running, I encounter myself having joint pains in my ankles and my knees and my hips. And so well, you know what? I'm in my mid-40s. You know what, maybe I can't run anymore. I'll just do more hiking, more walking, more elliptical that are easy on the joints. And that's something I held in my beliefs. It's like telling myself I cannot run anymore. Until I spoke with a client who actually runs marathons. And he told me well, you know what, you should probably work on strengthening those muscles and the pain will go away. And that broke that limiting belief that I had within myself. And as I did that, and I started going to the gym, and the first 2 weeks I still felt a little pain, but afterwards, pain was gone. Pain was completely gone. And I was able to run, and now I run with no pain. I can run for half an hour with no pain, and that feels absolutely fantastic. To know I have the capacity to do so on the physical level, and also that I have so much more energy, I have so much more focus, and that's another aspect that's really important, the mental abilities that are increasing, which is the focus and clarity, which we all want in order to do our purpose and do our mission on this earth right now. And on an emotional level, obviously we clear a lot of the frustration, the anger, and having just a better mood and attitude. Who does not want that? And how does that obviously serves ourselves is very clear. As we raise our frequency when we feel better. So this is exceptionally important to do so. Now, and as I do that, and again, break other more limiting beliefs, is knowing that I am doing it with my body. I'm doing it in my body. So when I do, for example, my stretches in the morning, I really feel and I know I love my body. And no matter what age it is, no matter what it is, I love my body. I thank my body for all the service it does. And I know, and I tell myself, I hereby embody as much as consciousness and as much of my higher self as I can today. And really knowing this is treating myself as a whole being, not just as a spiritual being having a physical body. And I think Matt Kahn says this is actually the reverse. We are actually, our physical body is having a spiritual experience. And this is really crucial to shift your energy around it and honor and know the sacredness in treating your body as a temple, as a sacred temple. And that's really important. So as you take your hopefully you get something that will click in you and take something with it. So a takeaway for you is set up a target, a physical challenge target that breaks a limiting belief you had before on yourself, on what your body is capable of, and really just double up the amount of exercise you're doing right now. I'll give me for example myself. When I started doing it and really doubling up, I moved from doing 15, 20 minutes exercise a day to it's like, you know what, I'm going to go to the gym and do an hour or an hour and a half every other day. And that really took me to a whole new level of shape, and it showed and it feels that. So it's really important to do that and see whatever works for you, whatever level of fitness. And when I go around my neighborhood or at the gym, I am inspired by seeing people who are in the 60s, 70s, and 80s and seeing what they can do for themselves. When I see a person in their 70s and he lifts more weights than I do, that's wow, that's amazing. That's beautiful. And I'm inspired. So know that it is important to shift because we are shifting with our bodies now. And it's important to know that you are capable of a lot more, and it is essential for your own ascension and moving into your fifth dimensional body and crystalline body to really do that with yourself and eat the cleanest you can and do as much physical activity as you can. You're doing a disservice for your body by not moving it enough. It's not built to move so little. You are actually, again, like example with my joints, the hurt there was because it was not moving enough. So knowing that a lot of your hurts and pains are from not moving enough. Another example, I had shoulder pain on my left shoulder, and by going back and exercising a lot more around the shoulder and strengthening the muscles around it, the shoulder pain is gone. So do that and love your body and really change and shift your relationship with your body and know that you're doing it from the bottom up, physically, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually, to do the whole thing as one being. Enjoy. And please subscribe to my channel. Thank you.